Chronicles of Containment, SCP-049, Benevolence and Obscurity. In the remote corners of a dark laboratory complex rested an unknown entity that captured attention and evoked fear. SCP-049, as it was designated, was a mysterious and perilous figure. Anyone who dared to approach it was filled with a sense of unease and disquiet. Entry into SCP-049's containment chamber was closely guarded, and no one knew exactly what lay inside. Experts examined records and remnants of its interactions with other subjects. It was described as a figure in a long leather cloak and a mask that obscured its face, but most intriguing was its method of communication and its objectives. SCP-049 claimed to be the Plague Doctor, and that its mission was to cure diseases it deemed as moral decay. Its methods, however, were far from conventional medicine. If anyone exhibited signs of illness, SCP-049 would approach and perform peculiar rituals and surgical procedures. These procedures seemed to aim at transforming the afflicted individual into a form that SCP-049 considered healed, resulting in the demise of the subjects under its care. Researchers sought to delve into the mystery of SCP-049 and its motivations. Recordings of its conversations unveiled its curiosity about the human body and diseases. Yet, it remained unclear whether SCP-049 was a twisted Samaritan or a dangerous fanatic surgeon. And so, the study of SCP-049 continued, a puzzle as deep as its mask. It was a symbol of the unknown and fear, embodying secrets that refused to be unveiled. Whether the Plague Doctor was a true savior or a looming threat, it was certain that its presence left no one indifferent. On a chilly autumn evening, a group of selected scientists and agents decided to gain deeper insight into the nature of SCP-049. They prepared a meticulously secured experiment, intending to establish communication with the entity and gather as much information as possible. In a guarded room, SCP-049 appeared in its typical guise. With its leather cloak and mask, several items symbolizing human health and diseases were laid out on a table before it. The scientists had prepared questions and were determined to obtain answers. SCP-049 seemed calm and focused, as if anticipating this moment. It answered questions with utmost politeness and a reassuring tone, contrasting with its dark reputation. Gradually, it began to reveal its perspective on human illness and coexistence with it. It claimed that humans were plagued by moral diseases that tainted their souls. Its actions, as bizarre and cruel as they seemed, were meant to cleanse souls, ridding individuals of their sins. In its eyes, the procedures were acts of mercy, although others perceived them as dark fanaticism. Throughout the lengthy conversation, scientists discovered that SCP-049 apparently believed it was doing good, aiding humanity in an unorthodox manner. Its faith in its actions was unwavering. It was a paradox, a figure trying to heal but doing so through actions that brought about death. The experiment was meant to yield answers, but instead, it left more questions than before. SCP-049 remained an enigma, yet communication with it broadened the understanding of its thoughts and motivations. It was a striking example of how deep internal conflicts and motivations could be even within the darkest characters. And so, SCP-049 remained enclosed in containment, its enigma untouched. It was a figure simultaneously a healer and a killer, a mystic and a scientist, and its story served as a reminder that reality could be far more complex than our wildest imaginings.